Hello and welcome to the show, Milwaukee at Midnight, the show where we don't give a fuck about your stupid ass feelings and your hearts and your desires and everything. Last time, I was ran out of the city for many of my offensive comments. I'm back again. Um, I still got my arms, I still got my legs, so I can do another show. I got canceled off the air and had to film in Korea for a while, but now I'm back to Minecraft here. And you know what? Let's get this show on the road, shall we? So, starting off, there's been a lot of transactions so far that have gone on post Diamond Bowl, which, by the way, congrats. And I'm being forced to say this congrats to the Brooklyn Wolves on their Diamond Bowl victory. I mean, hey, at least the Outlaws didn't win another one. You know what I mean?
Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
Yes. Also, I forgot to mention we have a post interview with Nate Shade. I'm going to get through my daily news. I'm going to throw some hits at people, and then I'm going to go interview Nate Shade. Anyways, we got a lot of topics to go over. First off, Aiden Stidham, after his rather mediocre rookie season with the Michigan Mustangs, his contract was bought out by the Vikings. Yep, of course, Vic had to, of course, get his quarterback that he just so much loved in college back on his team in LA, which it should be pretty interesting to see what this team could do. Honestly, it's basically just him and Vic. I don't know who else they're going to have. And personally, I think Stidham's a bust. I've said it. I know last segment I said Stidham's going to be a steal. I think he's a bust. I don't know. I just don't think he's good enough to compete with the pros. There's been a couple of re-signings. Nobody gives a shit about that. Who the fuck cares to stay on the same team? And yeah, the Lakewood Reapers got Kyle Wessex.
No.
They didn't.
The Clams have Wessex. Or, sorry, the Dragons.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm a little far behind. But anyways, lots and lots of players. Of course, the Michigan Mustangs signed Eli Strickland, who I'm pretty sure is reconsidering his options because the Michigan Mustangs are a bit of a poverty franchise right now, in my opinion. But Eli Strickland gonna go play for the Mustangs. Pretty damn excited. Now for the Bratwurst, we haven't done really much so far. I mean, we've gotten two players to sign with us, Henry Petoniak and Ben Dover. We also have Nick McGuire that we got from a trade, and we also trade for Kaysen Thomas, which we have released. I never really liked Kaysen. Glad he's gone. He had a lot of character issues for me. We also got to see a lot of other players kind of enter. Lance declined his contract. He's on the Reapers, right?
Who?
Lance.
No, yes, Reapers.
Yeah, Lance Tunneler signed with the Reapers, and yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Lance is a Boost simp. I don't think Boost really wants to play with Lance. Granted, I don't think anyone wants to play with Lance. So, you know what? It's fine. Mike Williams is also going to be heading to the Mustangs to team up with Eli Strickland. That should be an interesting nether conference battle. We also have a couple of rebrands going on. Most notably, the Bratwurst are planning on having a rebrand. However, I've been told it might not go through. They haven't really decided, but they are considering options. Obviously, the players are going to have a huge role in this because, you know, they're not going to want to play for a team that they don't like the name of. You know what I mean? We've also got the Brooklyn Wolves, New York Wolves. I don't know what they really were before, if they were the Brooklyn or New York Wolves, but now they're the Brooklyn Warriors. Solid team. The Delaware Clams have also relocated. I thought the Delaware was going to relocate. I thought the only reason why they were in Delaware is to be the Clams, but I guess not because they're staying in Delaware. Now they're going to be the Dragons, which is pretty decent. Does anyone know who owns Rocco and Viking owns the Dragons, right? I mean, I don't even.
Crex.
Crex still owns them.
Yes. All three of them.
Does Allen still own Michigan?
No.
Rocco has Michigan back?
No.
Viking?
I have Michigan.
You have Michigan. All right. Damn. As of now, yeah. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the Bratwurst will get Andrew Waddle. Nobody else is going for him. They have an offer on Devin Taylor. However, they're probably not going to pull the trigger if they don't get Nate Shade. Or if they get Nate Shade, they're obviously not going to want to sign him because he's inactive as shit. But, I mean, obviously sign him if you can. Quarterback would be probably the most important option for Milwaukee right now. Otherwise, they got a pretty decent, solid receiving core. I mean, they're just adding God and guys. I guarantee if Nate Shade goes there, a lot of other guys are going to want to go to Milwaukee to go play with him. So, I mean, he might not have a solid receiver, but he's got a lot of receivers to work with, you know? So, yeah, that's basically it. Now it's time for my hot shots, hot takes. Haven't really solid on a name for this segment, but this is where I just shit on people. Like Alan Bishop, who's the most racist person in Centennial, and his furry friend Crex. Obviously, so I do not promote cyberbullying. I do not. But these people are weebs. I'm sorry. Jay Modern. I like Jay Modern. I like the guy. He's a nice guy. I just feel like, you know, he complains a lot, in my opinion. He's always got to complain about something. He's kind of like an Alan, except less annoying and can speak a full sentence without making me laugh from his stupidity. We got Viking, you know, great old Brit guy, you know, talking about his good old fish and chips and how America is, you know, is a clown of a country, even though they lost the Revolutionary War, which I bring up all the time in front of him. You got Rudy, who's got the thick Southern accent. And then you got Mikey, who's always the center of being attacked. I feel bad for Mikey. I will not attack him. Last time I attacked him, I was sent to jail for a hate crime. But now I'm back out. You know, I'm on probation, though, so we gotta deal with that. And then lastly, you got Mason. I don't know what to shit on him for right now. He just stole my name. Fuck that guy. Anyways, enough about me and my life problems. Let's go to our final segment, the interview with Nathaniel Shade the First.
Did you just call me Nathaniel?
Nathaniel Shade the First. Calling you by your full biological name.
That is... Okay. Well, yes.
Do you prefer Nate Shade? Well, obviously...
You know, Nathan is my biological name, not Nathaniel.
Nathan is... Okay, I'm sorry.
But Nate Shade's fine.
Nathan Shade the First. Or Nathan Shade Sr.
But why would it be senior? There's no junior.
I don't know. Anyways, let's get on with the interview, shall we?
Of course.
So, as of now, you have a lot of... I think almost every team has offered for you, right?
I've received offers from the Vikings, Reapers, not the Dolphins, Milwaukee, the Dragons. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to look. There's so many teams. Yeah, so I've received offers from the Dragons, the Bratwurst, Brooklyn, Vikings,
so is it just
Reapers,
the Dolphins and Outlaws?
I think the Dolphins may have, but I didn't get it. They said they did, but my agent never informed me of it. It's just the Mustangs, Outlaws, and Dolphins who have not.
All right. So then, your top three you said were, correct me if I'm wrong, Lakewood, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn, right?
As of now, yeah. I've been going back and forth between a lot of them, but just really stuck on these.
You have been getting a lot of time to think about this because I've been a lazy piece of shit and haven't been able to film this. But anyways, yeah, you've gotten a lot of time to think about it, but, I mean, yeah. You finally decide time to give your decision?
I think I really have decided where I'm going to go. And it's taken a lot,
Before you do that,
sure.
Do you have any thoughts about this past season, you know, playing with a little bit of an inconsistency on your team?
Honestly, it was rough. You know, we started off, first of all, I got treated terribly at the start of the season. You know, I started with my DC Knights that I got drafted to, and originally I wanted to be there till my retirement. Owner
And then,
sold the team.
and then it became the Atlanta Hornets.
Yeah, then it was the Atlanta Hornets, and they traded me away for, I believe it was a first-round draft pick. And then I got...
And then you came to the Wolves.
Well, that's when I got traded to, I believe it was... Who was it, actually?
You went to the Wolves first.
And then they traded me.
Pluto owned them.
Yes, and then, yes. Pluto owned the Wolves at the time, and then he traded me to you.
And you were on my team.
And then I was with the Bratwurst.
And then you forced me to trade you to Delaware.
I forced release. I demanded release. And then I went to Delaware.
Yeah.
And I was happy in Delaware, don't get me wrong, until the owner of Delaware released all of us. Every last player on Delaware was released.
Yeah, because he's kind of batshit crazy. But anyways, and then you ended up back in the Wolves, right?
Yes. Then I went back to the Wolves. We lost our first game, which sucked. It was a 2v3. But
and then it was a 1v3.
And that was a 1v3, and I still was doing good, but refs wouldn't let me play a 1v3. It's against the rules, but I think I definitely could have won that game if they let me.
Gotcha. I feel like if Craig would actually attend his game fully, he'd be a damn good player, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he's very unreliable in that sense.
Fucking Fogel from Superbad. And then we got Seth from Superbad being Alan. And then, I don't know whoever... What's the other guy's name? He's kind of irrelevant in the movie.
Oh, jeez.
I just know he looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, he does. Very much.
Yeah.
I believe... Oh, I can't even remember his name.
Enough about Superbad.
Oh,
Have you made your decision yet?
Oh, I've definitely made it. After being thrown around like chopped liver.
Wait. Before we get to that segment...
What?
Can we talk about your Diamond Bowl performance against the team you own?
Oh, yes. That. It was tragic. You know, a lot of miscommunication. Our starting quarterback got the time wrong. We had players who had things going on. So, really, it came down to myself, the Diamond Bowl MVP and underrated player of the year, Lance Tunneler, and Mason Hunt.
I thought you were talking about yourself being underrated.
Oh, no. I didn't get MVP. I did get league MVP, so that's always nice, you know?
Yeah.
And Mason Hunt, you know? Amazing game. Really, my receivers helped me out a ton there. There were a lot of plays where the pressure was a lot on me, and I just kind of tossed it up, and I really could rely on Lance Tunneler to make some amazing plays. If anyone deserved MVP out there, it was him. He carried our team. And everyone wants to give me the credit, but I need to be the one who steps up and gives credit where it's due. And if it was not for Lance Tunneler, we probably would have been 2 touchdowns short of a lead. And he also had some pretty decent coverage on defense. He helped us out a lot there.
Gotcha.
I'd say it really just comes down to knowing the team, knowing the defense. I've played with almost everyone on that Outlaws team since Season 1. I've done tons of scrims with them. I've been on teams with some of them. I've coached some of them on in travel leagues and such. So I know how a lot of them play, and it really just helped me out a lot knowing what they were going to be doing and their play styles. While on the other side, our team was so diverse, you can't really stop us.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So anyways, now it's time for your decision. And for your decision, I want you to do something a little special, alright?
Alrighty.
I want you to go through all 8 teams and then just name the teams you don't want to play for. Or you didn't choose. So start off with the team that had the least amount of chance.
Oh, jeez.
And then when it comes down to your last 2, you just name off the team you don't want to play for.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
Great space.
Alrighty.
Well, first we got the teams that didn't even offer you a contract, so...
Yes, Outlaws are definitely last just because I own the team. I don't want to play for that team. Michigan is 7th. Again, I own the team. Dolphins are 6th because they didn't offer me. I hate you guys. Alright. Number 5. the Clams, or the Dragons now. The ownership
Ooh.
over there, it's scrappy. You can't
They
really
don't
tell
even
what's
have
gonna
any
happen.
players.
They cut me without even giving me really a shot. We were hot in the preseason. I believe the first 2 weeks we were 2-0, and then next thing you know, they cut all of us. They have a really good friend of mine, Kyle Wessex, but besides that, no real benefits there. Number 4, the Vikings. They were supposed to be a top 2, top 3 candidate if every team offered, of course, but it really came down to the fact that talking with the owner, he said if I was assigned there, he would not start me at quarterback, and he would start the biggest bust in this past draft, Aiden Stidham, over me, so that's just kind of sucks.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3 would have to be the Milwaukee Bratwurst.
Fuck.
It just comes down to the Bratwurst I had high hopes for when I came here, and then me and the owner had some disputes. We've definitely settled those disputes by now, but it's just the taste of between friendship and business. I don't want to mix the two, especially when we did that before with the Bratwurst and it didn't work out too well. So it's just one of those things. I handle myself different in both situations. He does as well, the owner, and it just, didn't work out too well. Maybe, again, his first ever team he owned could be different this time around, but that is why he's a top 3, because me and him kind of patched things up. Number 2, we got the Brooklyn Warriors. I just won a Diamond Bowl with them. It would be great to go back. It felt so great to have a team that just went 0-4 last season, come back, go 6-1, and win the Diamond Bowl. I mean, inside, that made me feel great as a player, knowing I'm capable of such high things. But to the same extent, I love the ownership there. I love the coaching. I love how they carry themselves on and off the field. Plus, the stadium's kind of hot, And number 1, the highest team I was considering was the Lakewood Reapers. Recently, they picked up Lance Tunneler and Richard Powers, both players I've played with before. Richard Powers, I have issues with. His inconsistency, we went over that. Lance Tunneler, I mean, he's a 2-time Diamond Bowl champion. He has more Diamond Bowls than any team has appearance. Actually, no, he's tied with the Outlaws in appearances, but he has more Diamond Bowls than any other team, which I find is bizarre. He's thrown around. He gets so much trash talked on him, and he gets put down for really anything he does, which as a player, I really want him to prove himself. I don't want to go there and them do good and him still get talked trash on. I don't want to go there so he can do good and people can't make him an excuse, well, you had the best quarterback in the league, I want him to have that chance like I had. In the end, it really comes down to those top 3 teams. It's a very hard decision. Do you have any more questions before
you didn't make your decision?
No. Do you have any more questions before I make this final decision?
Oh, I thought I was like number 1 was going to be your decision.
No, those are just the top 3 teams I considered. I have no idea what I want to do.
For this, all right. So for your decision, say the team that's out first.
All right. Well, obviously it's the Clams. I hate management there. As much as I love their head coach, I cannot stand the general manager. Me and him are on bad terms. Just terrible person overall. He fakes having depression for attention. I can't deal with that being a part of the team.
He reminds you of Fogel from Superbad.
Yeah, he reminds me of Fogel, McLovin, but I mean, hey, McLovin be loving these. Okay.
All right, and then I'm assuming the next team's the Vikings.
The next team would have to be the Vikings, just because they aren't going to play me at quarterback, even though I know with me at quarterback we have a chance.
How is that team higher than the Clams, and they're not even going to play you at quarterback?
Because if I was to join the Vikings, could you imagine the Hall of Fame speech? Yeah, all these years of playing quarterback, and that one season I played defensive end on the Vikings instead of quarterback. That was a good season. That would it'd be an amazing speech, but that's really why they offered me, was to get the drama out there that I wouldn't be playing, but I'm more about winning championships than storylines, if you catch my drift,
All right. And then, which one's out of the 3?
I'm going to say Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the next one out. It just comes down to...
You got to go enjoy different environments.
Yeah, it's not even just that. It's that you look at the draft, and you look at what they had. They already lost Tunneler. With me, it's kind of like my only weapon on offense as of now would be Mason Hunt, and we saw in the Diamond Bowl, he's a good deep route runner, but besides that, his jump ball isn't that great. If he would have worked on that in the offseason, maybe I would consider it more, and between the Bratwurst, Brooklyn, and Lakewood, I think they have the worst draft picks.
Yeah.
The final two.
So, you do realize you're going to these final two cities, they're very small.
Yeah.
In size. At least, I'm pretty sure, right?
Lakewood's fairly large, but it is kind of small, I guess you could say.
They got a nice stadium, though. You got them there.
They do. And unlike most teams, they aren't moving stadiums.
I mean, I am, but I'm moving to a man-made.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, new rule states you will not get any revenue from your downloaded stadium for the first 5 seasons, and after those 5 seasons are up, you only get 25% revenue, and you don't get any revenue for hosting an All-Star game or playoff game or Diamond Bowl. Or sorry, only All-Star game and Diamond Bowl. You do for playoffs, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right.
And with that being said, you look at the two. Lakewood has better draft picks, but it comes down to management integrity, Who has the better weapons? Again, I want Lance Tunneler to prove himself. Lakewood, I think they have the better weapons, but I don't want Lance Tunneler to be put down and said he's not good because I'm there, Richard Powers is there. I don't get along with the kid. Me and him used to be close, but things kind of offed after the Diamond Bowl. A lot of issues going on with him, and again, inconsistency, whatever. The Bratwurst, though, they have, I do believe, Nick McGuire, and even though he's inactive, new rules state that you can bring someone into play for him as long as you have under 4 players. So we could easily bring in someone to come play for him for the game and help us on my offense, or bring in a defensive player for him.
Yeah.
Draft picks, I do believe Milwaukee's okay at draft picks. I don't know if they even have a first rounder.
We have a third rounder.
That's it?
Yeah, because I traded you my second rounder for Nick McGuire and Casey Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a little screwed. My plan is I'm going to... Players are going to get drafted to their teams, and I'm going to motivate them to come to Milwaukee. I'm just going to keep giving out money. Just give out the money until I'm broke.
Gotcha. Well, what you should do is draft a wide receiver.
Oh, I'm drafting a receiver, no doubt.
Draft a wide receiver in the 3rd round, and then offer whoever comes in as quarterback and free agency on their free agency contract, or whoever your star player on defense or offense. But I'm presuming you'll be talking about quarterback. Offer them 5% stake on the company, because that'll be way more money than whatever the max contract you can offer is.
Gotcha. Get Frog to come out of retirement.
Frog went into retirement?
Yeah.
I thought... Oh, he told us all he was coming back when he got live again.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, enough said and talk. This Discord call has been going on for almost an hour now.
Yes.
You ready to finally make your decision?
Oh, no.
What?
I just realized controller lost connection, so it didn't see any of that. But it still heard it, which is all that matters. So, it's a talk show. It's a talk show. Who cares?
Yeah.
It ain't a picture show. I think my final decision, as much as it hurts me to say this, because I know it's going to be a struggle to rebuild the team and try to lead it to a Diamond Bowl with the players it has. But I think I'm going to stay right here in Minecraftia and bring a Diamond Bowl home. Oh, that's a little high.
Yeah.
And bring a Diamond Bowl home to the Lakewood Reapers.
You bitch.
It was a rough decision, honestly.
Yeah.
Really was.
I mean, at least I was considered a top candidate.
You know, and I think that's when you go looking for people, say, hey, we were the number 2 option for the number 1 quarterback. That should prove something.
Yeah. Is there any quarterbacks in this draft?
Oh, yeah, of course. There's some really good. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are said to be better than me, but I haven't seen them play, so I can't say.
Gotcha.
And I don't really take Kaysen's word for it, because Kaysen likes to think that he's a good quarterback, and
Yeah, that's why I cut him.
yeah. I saw him throwing to Krex when Krex was running out routes with no coverage, and it was like he was hitting him on the center of the body. Like, you know, when I throw, I try to hit the upper part of the body, so it's hard to pick. Yeah, this dude was hitting like the further back part of the body. A good cornerback that's good on man coverage is gonna read it.
Gotcha.
Which, if you watch the Dynamo, folks, you'll see that's how I got an interception against Jay Modern throwing the ball. He threw it too far back, and I slipped right in, got that pick, and oh, ooh.
Well, anyways, as you leave the stage, as I prepared, we have Riot here, because you will be attacked. And that concludes our next episode of
Thank you for
Milwaukee
having
At
me,
Midnight.
sir.
Make sure you guys go home, as the curfew will be set tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Wait,
We
what?
Come at 8 because, yeah, shit's about to go down. Because our governor, for some reason, thought we should make beer for free here. That was not a good idea. Anyways, this concludes our second episode of Milwaukee at Midnight. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will probably be in October.